Hello everyone, I am Anjali Arora and today in this video I will discuss a very important topic of atomic and molecular physics. So guys, if you are preparing for the CSIR NET physics exam, GATE physics exam, JEST, TIFR or any other physics entrance exam, this video will be very much helpful for you. And even if your friends are preparing for any of these exams or any related exam, you can even share this video with them and it will help them in their preparation as well. Along with this, if you are new on this channel, you can subscribe this channel by clicking on the subscribe button below this video. Also click on the bell icon after that so that you will get the notifications regarding the new videos which I will upload on this channel, that is Mission NET Physics exam. Now we will be starting the discussion about our today's topic, and that is Raman spectra. So most of the students find it difficult to prepare this topic. Why? Because they are confused about it, what actually they need to prepare, which will help them to solve numericals, the questions, the type of questions which can be there in the exam. And this is going to be one of the very important topics for our exams. So let's start the discussion about it now. And you will even do one thing after watching this session till the end. You can tell me about it in the comment section that was it helpful for you? Is it gonna be something which is providing you a clear idea, or what do you think? Will you be able to solve the questions now? Or even if you want me to take the questions related to this discussion in the upcoming sessions or the videos, you can even tell me about that. I will try to provide you the videos regarding the questions too, clear, related to the discussion which we are doing. So don't forget to tell me after the session that how did you find it by commenting below this video. Okay, and now let's start the discussion. So guys, our today's topic is Raman spectra. Clear? Now when you are preparing the Raman spectra, you need to know about this thing that there will be two different parts. Okay, we will be covering here. One will be the vibrational Raman spectra, another one will be the pure rotational Raman spectra. Okay, that's great. But what are the things we need to know from these portions so that we will be able to solve any question easily? Clear? We'll be talking about it. The first and the most important thing is the selection rule. So you need to know about the selection rules for both the Raman, vibrational Raman spectra and the pure rotational Raman spectra. Okay. If I'm going to talk about the vibrational Raman spectra, in that case, what is the selection rule? See, when we will be discussing, or I have even discussed this topic in my previous videos on this channel, that is Mission NET Physics exam. If you have not checked them, you can even check them, or if you want me to discuss it again like this, so you can tell me about it in the comment section. Okay, and I will try to provide you that video too. So in the vibrational spectra, okay, what we do, we consider the vibrational levels. And to show the vibrational levels, we need something, okay, and this is going to be the vibrational quantum number, which tells us about the vibrational levels or the different states. Okay, and from where the vibrational quantum numbers value starts, that's going to be from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on to. This is important point. Okay, you need to know about the vibrational quantum number. Same way, when we will be considering the pure rotational Raman spectra, we need the rotational quantum number. We show it with the symbol J. Clear? We give it the notation J. That is rotational quantum number, and its values also start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on to. Now you will be saying, okay, but why delta J is equal to 0 and plus minus 2, or delta V is equal to plus minus 1 has been noted down here. So basically guys, these are the selection rules. How the transitions can take place in the vibrational Raman spectra only for these cases, from one vibrational level to the another vibrational level, if there will be a difference of plus 1 or minus 1. Plus 1 means what? 0 to 1 transition. Okay, 0 to 1. 0 is the lower level. Okay, and the 1 is the higher. So it is what? Plus 1. And 1 to 0, it's going to be minus 1. Okay, so this is how final value, initial value, you can see the difference. There will be only plus or minus 1 difference. Then the vibrational Raman spectra or the transitions can be there. This is the selection rule. Clear? And in this case, if delta J, again what J is representing? J is representing the rotational quantum number, which means rotational levels or the states we show with J. J can have the values from 0, 1, like 0 is the first value you can have for J, then 1, 2, 3 and so on to. Clear? So for delta J is equal to 0 or plus minus 2, transitions can take place, okay, for the rotational or pure rotational Raman spectra. These are the selection rules we all need to know. Clear? Next point. If I'm going to talk about the next important point, that's going to be related to this thing. Delta J is equal to 0. See, in the Raman spectra, we are going to have three lines. Basically, the center one, we call it the Rayleigh line. Clear? Then before that, lower frequency lines, which will be, see, what is actually the Raman spectra? We use a laser beam, okay, and in the visible region, or you can say UV region, okay. So in that case, what's gonna be, see, we will have a gas or a liquid or a crystal, and what we do, we illuminate it with that laser beam. Then some amount or some light will get scattered, okay. Then we get a spectra from there. And what is that spectra? In that spectra, some of the lines we will be observing will be same as the incident beam, okay, and we call them the Rayleigh lines, okay. And some of the lines will be having the frequency less than the incident beam, so we call them Stokes line. And some of the lines will be having the frequency more than the Rayleigh line, we call them anti-Stokes line. Clear? And I will be showing you the like their position and how they will be present. We will be talking about that too. So in this case, if we will be getting any line from the delta J is equal to 0 transition, that will be what? That will be Rayleigh line. Clear? And delta J is equal to plus 2. If this transition is giving us any line, we call it the Stokes-Raman line. Okay. And delta J is equal to minus 2 gives us the anti-Stokes-Raman line. So these are even the important things to know, because sometimes in the question we get the statements, we get the selection rule, particular selection rule mentioned there, and that helps us to understand the question well if you know about these conditions. Clear? Now let's talk about the another point. So in this case, which is going to be vibrational spectra, okay, what will be the condition? We know delta V is equal to what? Plus minus 1. Two conditions we have discussed. So like in this case, plus 2 is showing the Stokes-Raman line. In this case, plus 1 will be showing the Stokes line, and minus 1 will be showing the anti-Stokes line. So this is something we will be having, but the selection rule is only delta V is equal to plus minus 1. So if you will be observing the next point. What is that? That's gonna be the wave number separation between two Raman lines in case of vibrational spectra. Okay, vibrational Raman spectra. So is this gonna be the separation between two Raman lines will be constant, or it will be varying quantity? So basically we need to know it's gonna be constant here, and we even call it the vibrational Raman shift, which will be equal to omega. Okay. So what is this? This is gonna be equal to omega. Now in this case, what's gonna happen? If I'm gonna say that Rayleigh line, okay, what will be the Rayleigh line? Just a second, it's gonna be Rayleigh line, okay. If the Rayleigh line wave number, because it was what? It was the wave number separation we have taken here. Clear? So that means we are considering that how the one Raman line will be present in comparison to the other one, or with respect to the other one. So that will be at a gap or a difference of omega wave number. Clear? So how we can write it? It will be, if Rayleigh line is nu, clear, then in that case the anti-Stokes, it is the wave number for the Rayleigh line. Then for the anti-Stokes-Raman line, what will be the wave number? Nu plus omega. Clear? If I will be talking about the anti-Stokes-Raman line, so its wave number will be nu minus omega. And you can see in this case, the transition is taking place 1 to 0. 1 to 0 means minus 1. So anti-Stokes case, delta V is equal to minus 1. Like the anti-Stokes case, delta J is equal to minus 2 in the rotational spectra. Clear? After this, if I'm going to talk about the next point, you can even observe it from here. 0 to 1 will be giving you what? Delta V is equal to plus 1. Because from lower level to higher level transition is taking place. So it will be corresponding to the Stokes-Raman line. Clear? And what will be its wave number? It will be nu minus omega, where nu is what? The wave number corresponding to Rayleigh line. Okay. So you can consider it in this way. If I'm gonna take, for example, this as the Rayleigh line. Clear? So in this case, what will happen? If its wave number is nu, so I will be having the anti-Stokes line here, whose wave number will be nu plus omega. And here we will be having the Stokes line wave number nu minus omega. So this is what we have mentioned here. With the plus 1, if we will have the transition 0 to 1, which means plus 1, delta V is equal to what? Plus 1. So we will be saying we are getting what? This Stokes line, okay? And for delta V is equal to minus 1, we are getting what? Anti-Stokes line. These are the important things. Now, next most important point from here is the ratio of intensities of anti-Stokes line to, okay, what is the ratio of anti-Stokes line intensity upon the Stokes line intensity? What is this ratio? So it's gonna be e to the power minus omega hc upon kBt. What is this omega? Omega is the wave number separation between two Raman lines, and kb Boltzmann constant, t temperature, h Planck's constant, c speed of light. And now from this ratio we can see that since it's gonna be e to the power minus omega hc upon kBt, it shows that the intensity of Stokes line will be more in comparison to the intensity of anti-Stokes line. Clear? So this is gonna be another important point. If anywhere you have to compare the intensities, so Stokes line intensity will be more in comparison to anti-Stokes line. From this ratio even you can know about it, because it's giving you a smaller value. When the larger thing will be in the denominator, you will be getting the ratio as a smaller value. Okay, so I hope it will be clear to you now. And let's talk about the rotational Raman spectra. So in this case, guys, if we are going to talk about the rotational Raman shift or the wave number separation, so this will be equal to 4b into j plus 3 by 2, where b is what? The rotational constant. Clear? When we will be talking about the rotational spectra only, where we introduce the rotational quantum number, we are even having the b, which means the rotational constant there. And if you want more discussion about it in upcoming videos, please let me know in the comments. We will try to have a discussion about these topics separately too. Now here b is what? The rotational constant. And what about j? J is the rotational quantum number. As I have told you, its values will be starting from 0 and it can have any such value. So that means if I'm going to find it for j is equal to 0, okay, this value, what I will be getting? 6b. And then j is equal to 1, what I will be getting from here? It's gonna be what? You will be getting it as 10b. Let's just check it out. Have a look at this. 2j, 2 into 1, because I'm taking j is equal to 1, 2 into 1, 2, plus 3, 5, 5 upon 2, that is 4 outside. So 2 to the 4, 5 to the 10, 10b. So we are getting 10b. Okay, that's how I have calculated them, and I have written all those by rotational Raman shift, okay, here. So that's going to be 6b, 10b, 14b, 18b. Now it is very important to understand this factor. Why? Let's talk about it. Look at this. If you will be taking the Rayleigh line at the center, okay, which will be at the center. So what is the separation, wave number separation between the Rayleigh line and the first anti-Stokes line? This is very important for you to know, because it will be helping you in numericals a lot. So what is the wave number separation between Rayleigh and the first anti-Stokes line? This side anti-Stokes, this side Stokes. So that is 6b separation. Okay. What is the separation between Rayleigh line and first Stokes line? 6b. What is the separation between first anti-Stokes and second anti-Stokes line? 4b. So from where we are getting this? From these values. So first at 6b, then 10b, then 14, then 18, which means after that the separation we are having for 4b values. Clear? Now, if I'm going to talk about the next point, what it will be? It's going to be here also the separation is 6b, then further 4b. Or if I will ask you a question, comment about this in the comment section right now. What is the wave number separation between the Rayleigh line and the second Stokes line? Okay, second Stokes line. Quickly comment it. Okay, and then I'm gonna tell you. So it's gonna be the 10b, Rayleigh and second Stokes. So 6b plus 4b, that is what? 10b. Clear? In the exam, you will be getting the questions in such a way that you have to relate this thing. The separation between, or the wave number separation between Rayleigh and first Stokes, Rayleigh and anti-Stokes, and all of that. So anti-Stokes lines are gonna be the lines which are having the frequency more than the incident beam. Okay, and the stocks are gonna be which will have the frequency less than the incident beam. Okay, and Rayleigh same as the incident beam frequency. So those lines are known as the Rayleigh lines. Clear? So this was something related to rotational and vibrational Raman spectra, which is very important for everyone to know. And guys, if you know this part, it will be helping you in solving questions. Okay, and you will see now you can solve most of the questions. So mainly in numerical portion, we need this. This is all you need to know from the Raman spectra, which will help you to solve any question from the Raman spectra, mainly the numericals. Clear? So guys, now I hope each and everything is clear to all of you. I will be showing you some of the important things now regarding the Unacademy Plus subscription. And if you are the one who is waiting or who was waiting for taking the Unacademy Plus subscription to start your preparation or to take your preparation to a good level, then guys, you can take the Unacademy Plus subscription now, because there now every week new courses are gonna start, okay, by the top educators, so which will help you to take your preparation to a very good level. And guys, there will be a price hike from 1st July. So if you want to take the subscription, you can even take the subscription right now, because like you will be able to take the subscription before there will be a price hike then. Clear? Another thing, whenever you will be taking the subscription, use and apply the referral code, which is Anjali Arora, as mentioned here on the screen. By using and by applying this referral code, you will get the 10% discount in the total Unacademy Plus subscription amount. Another thing guys, that you don't need to leave any space in between. You just need to write the spelling as it is, no space in between. Okay. And you can even write everything in capital letters. That's all right. So if you want to take the subscription, you can either download the Unacademy learning app, or you can directly search Unacademy Plus on Google and you can proceed further to take the subscription. Okay, another thing here I'm gonna tell you is that what are the benefits you will be getting after taking the Unacademy Plus subscription. So guys, in that case, you will be able to attend the live classes by all the top educators. You will be able to attend the doubt clearing sessions, which we are having in each and every course after some number of sessions. In every course, we are having the doubt clearing sessions. Another thing is, let's say today you are taking the subscription and there is any course which is already going on. So in that case, what will happen, if you want to check out the previous sessions of that course which you have missed and you are finding it very much helpful, you want to check out those sessions, you want to cover up that part too. So with the help of recordings, you will be able to do that. Okay, and that's how everything will be clear to you. And by chance, if you are having any doubts anywhere, so in the doubt clearing session, you can ask about those points. This is how everything will be clear to you, and under the guidance of top educators, you will be able to prepare very well for your upcoming exam, and you will be able to take your preparation to a very good level. So guys, if you want to take the Unacademy Plus subscription, because it can help you a lot to prepare very well for the exam, okay, then you can use and apply the referral code, which is Anjali Arora, as mentioned here on the screen. And by using and by applying this referral code, you will get the 10% discount in the total Unacademy Plus subscription amount. No space in between, spelling should be same. That's how you need to write it and apply it. Thank you so much everyone for watching this video till the end. Thank you.